Alright, quick update on Solana using the Heikin-Ashi candles. So just quickly, if you don't know how to use Heikin-Ashi candles and you want to learn, I just made a video on my channel on how to use them because that will save me a ton of time from explaining what Heikin-Ashi candles are in every TA video I do. So yeah, jumping right into it, you can see that we have had a solid red downtrend since the 1st of November on the Heikin-Ashi candles. We only had two green candles step in on the weekly, and these were both doji candles, obviously showing indecision before we rolled over. If we do quickly look at the regular Japanese candles, you can see that we do have a slight blue candle, a green candle coming in. We have had a few green candles as well, but obviously nothing too interesting. So this is why we're looking at the Heikin-Ashis, simply because we are in a very clear downtrend, and it doesn't seem like there's like we're anywhere close to subsiding from it now. So in the last video I stated that my price target for Solana is $72, which from where we are now is another 23% dump, and basically not much has changed since the last video. We don't really have much selling volume stepping in, but obviously this is a Monday, so anything can change. The RSI has basically been falling like a rock since the start of this downtrend. You can obviously see that this all-time high did fall on the RSI as well. So basically, every time we've been going up a little bit for Solana, the relative strength of each peak just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So Solana is looking very weak right now. The RSI seems like it's on its deathbed and about to roll below 30. Currently we're on 38. If we do lose 30, I reckon we're going to have a very quick flush out before we resume the trend to the upside. So if we don't hold 72, we will be coming down to 55. Let's zoom out to the monthly and see if anything is happening on the monthly. You can see that we've been in a downtrend since the 1st of November on the monthly, and obviously we have been putting in consecutive red candles on the Heikin-Ashi. The RSI is falling, it's still at 57, which shows that on the monthly it was fairly overextended at this point, so it is very likely that we still do have quite a room to go to the downside. Very significant selling volume steps in last month. Obviously it's roughly about halfway through this month, so we would need to see if we get more selling volume coming in, but from what I can see on the monthly and the weekly, it does seem like we're in a very strong downtrend with more lows to go. Quickly, if we come over to the daily, you can see that we had this slight little uptrend here where everyone was getting out of bed, and I was telling you don't get out of bed unless we can break clearly above 112. We obviously came just above 112 to 120 and fell off the table, and I made a video a couple days ago saying keep an eye out for 112. If we don't get above 112 ASAP, then we're going to fall off the table. And since then we've fell from about 106 or so. I can't remember the exact price target, but you can see that in the past few days we've been falling like a rock. We are below the 61.8. So the next level is 89. In my opinion, I don't think we're going to hold it because I think we're going to be coming down to 72. So yeah, that's all I'm really seeing for the Solana Heikin-Ashi right now. On the USD, just to reiterate, I think the weekly is the most important that you should be looking at. If we do get a solid green candle breakout of this channel on the Heikin-Ashi, then we could be looking for a trend reversal, but right now there is absolutely no sign of a trend reversal. The 200-day is only just starting to turn around, so you know that there's multiple signs to say that Solana does have at least another, like I said, maybe 20-30% drop down to 72. So if we come over to the BTC pair on the weekly, you can see not really much selling volume coming in, but do bear in mind this is obviously the BTC pair, so a lot less people are going to be trading the BTC pair over the USD pair. You can see that there's strong selling volume in the USD pair. On the BTC pair though, the relative strength index is falling like a rock. We've fallen below this fib as well, so we have invalidated this fib. The next level that I see us coming down to is the 618. So technically Solana is still bullish against Bitcoin because we are above this macro 618, but do bear in mind we are below the 200-day moving average right now. So we predicted a 12% drop against Bitcoin a couple of weeks ago. We've only come down about 3%, so really nothing to get out of bed for, but if we do lose this 618 here at 202666, then we will be falling off the table, in my opinion, at least down to the 786, which from where we are now is approximately another 35% drop against Bitcoin. So in my opinion, just to clarify, Solana is my favorite altcoin, and I do hold a large bag of Solana, but I would be looking to scale in and buy a lot cheaper Solana. You can see that we previously had an RSI bottom here around about 30 on the BTC pair, so once we do hit 30, I would consider start buying into Solana again. But my number one prices to kind of look for to ladder in on Solana would be around here at 72. I would be buying a big bag of Solana here, and on the 1.618 here at 55, which is about a 40% drop from now, that's where I would be accumulating a large amount of my Solana. So yeah, right now I'm not accumulating any Solana simply because we are in a huge downtrend on the Heikin-Ashi, and the Heikin-Ashi on the weekly simply states very well that, you know, we're not breaking out of this downtrend anytime soon. So yeah, once again, none of this is financial advice, it is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.